Welcome to Nerdgasm, everyone, and today we're going to be going over The Flash Season 3, Episode 15. Oh my god, guys, it was so freaking good. The Wrath of Savitar is 100% wrathful. I was really happy with how this episode was done, and the whole thing they did with all the characters, Iris, Caitlin, Julian, Wally, like all of them just freaking did such a good job in this episode. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is Wally, and probably the last thing I might talk about is Wally. Here we have Wally training to try and get faster. He's trying to be able to save Iris, and here we see Barry pretending to be Savitar and Jesse's pretending to be Iris, and they simulate the moment in the distance that Wally has to try and cover. And what? He does it! Wally is finally fast enough to stop Savitar. The problem is, does that mean that Wally's now officially faster than Barry? Because Barry couldn't, cover that distance. And there are going to be people who are saying Barry is faster than Wally, but the whole point was that Wally needed to cover the distance because Barry couldn't do it. Unfortunately, Wally's new speed is kind of short-lived because Savitar shows up again. This whole thing of Savitar showing up and kind of taunting Wally being in his head, it throws Wally off his game. And throughout the episode, we see that even though Wally was fast enough in the beginning of the episode to save Iris, now for some reason he's all in his head and he can't get the speed that he had this morning. He's literally slowing himself down because he's terrified. Savitar's going around popping up, beating on Wally, and for some reason Wally's the only one that can see him right now, and it's possible because he got the powers from the Philosopher's Stone that he has a weird connection to Savitar. So that's why right now in this episode he's the only one that can see him. Savitar even does like hella dirty tricks, and he shows up as Wally's mom. And Wally's mom tells him, hey, you're not fast enough, you never will be, blah, blah, blah. And it turns out that everything he's been doing, trying to get Wally to doubt himself, was actually for a reason. And I'll get to that later on because that was an epic moment of the episode. Then, of course, we have the happy new married couple. They go and they tell everyone that they're getting married, yay! And it's like this beautiful moment. Joe is kind of stunned, and I didn't know why he was stunned at first. And then it turns out that Joe was a little upset that Barry didn't go and ask him for his permission to marry Iris. That's a very big thing with Joe, is he still loves that tradition that you should ask the father for the daughter's hand in marriage. And Joe did it when he married Iris's mom, and Eddie did it when he was going to marry Iris. But when Wally vibes to the future, it turns out that he sees that Iris doesn't have a wedding ring on. So when he confronts Barry, Barry has to tell Iris, he has to tell basically everyone that's in the room, hey, I asked Iris to marry me because she didn't have a wedding ring on when I saw her in the future. But he still loves her. We know that Barry still loves Iris. We know that Barry still wants to be with her, but he definitely did it for the wrong reasons at the time. Next, we see something that I honestly love, and I'm so glad they brought this back. We see Julian speaking as Savitar. They go ahead and they hook Julian up, and again they have this crazy, terrifying, oh my god, Savitar's an insane man, fearmonger, and he basically tells them everything that's about to happen. Again, just like he did it last time, somebody will die, somebody will betray you, all that stuff, and I love how well they play it. I love the fact that Julian's actor can, play the voice, and then they got the guy from Saw to be the voice of Savitar. It's terrifying. I freaking love it. I love it so much. And what pisses me off is when they ask who he is, he says, I'm the future Flash, right? And at first I wanted to be like, okay, I'm the future, Flash. No, I think he's saying I'm the future Flash. I think that everybody was right. Savitar is the future Flash. Savitar is the future Flash where maybe some shit didn't go right. Now he's doing things that when a man snaps, who knows what he's capable of. Maybe he lost Iris and Joe and all that stuff, so he turned into Savitar. Savitar clearly states that Barry's gonna be there when the shit goes down. When the stuff happens, like, Barry's gonna see it. Then we find out that the box that Barry threw into the Speed Force was bounced out of the Speed Force as well, and Savitar has the Philosopher's Stone in the Speed Force. He has what he needs to get away, except a piece of the Philosopher's Stone, chipped off, and Caitlin's had it this entire time. She's had the stone because she wanted to get rid of her powers. She's still on this whole Killer Frost is bad, and I need to figure out how to get rid of my powers shtick, and I feel bad for her because I know she doesn't want these powers, but I feel like she could learn to control them, that she could, if she embraced them and practiced with them, this wouldn't be an issue. And just like Barry let his fear lead a lot of the problems that's going on right now, Caitlin let her fear lead to the fact that they had the stone and they should have known, since she had it ever since Barry threw it into the Speed Force. And speaking of fear, Wally thinks he's not fast enough because Savitar keeps telling him that he's not going to be good enough to do anything. He tells him he's not fast enough to open up a breach into the Speed Force to throw the stone in. And when Wally finally realizes, you know what, I am fast enough and I am good enough and I'm Kid Flash, and he throws the stone into the Speed Force, he feeds right into Savitar and he lets Savitar out. Savitar breaks out, but it turns out that he can't just come out of the Speed Force all willy-nilly. He has to suck somebody in. He has to have somebody take his place. Someone has to go into the Speed Force so that Savitar can come out. And that was a freaking heart-busting moment. That was terrifying. All right, Wally gets sucked into the Speed Force and he's like, no, I don't want to go. Barry, help me. And what does Barry do? Barry just stands there and he's like, oh, damn, what the fuck is that? Is that the Speed Force? What's happening to Wally? And Wally's like, Barry, help me, please, for the love of God. I'm going to die. And Barry's like, that looks like the Speed Force. I don't know. It might be the Speed Force. Maybe I should help somebody. When Wally gets sucked in, Barry's like, no, Wally! I did everything I could. And Barry showed up way before Wally got sucked in. And I just can't deal with the fact that Barry just let that shit happen. But Savitar comes out and a bunch of fans were correct. Savitar was trapped in the Speed Force, and every time he was running, he was really running through the Speed Force. That's why it looked like he was teleporting all over the place. And now we all know how well of a fighter Barry really is. And somehow Barry was kicking ass. Barry was freaking putting the boots to Savitar, alright? And it was a lot better than the first time they fought. It was way better than the first time they fought. And again, Barry's like, hey, who are you? And Savitar says it again. I'm the future Flash. Like, the way I'm saying it sounds like I'm the future, Flash. But I think he was saying, I'm the future Flash. Like, I am the future you. I'm the future Flash, idiot. Flashpoint, shit happened. You fuck shit up. And now I'm here. I'm you. You're me. We're one and the same. You need to, like, wrap your head around this. How fucked up would that be, guys? Everybody's faster than the Flash, including the Flash. Do you have any idea the amount of disrespect that is right there? Like, the level of disrespect is just fucking infinitely just painful. It's ridiculous. But this wouldn't be the first time that there's been a future version of Barry that's come back in time and thought that Barry didn't deserve the shit that he has. It's very possible that this is exactly what's happening. Because in the comic books, if you've seen it in other videos, there is a version of the Flash that comes back in time to try and fix everything that the Flash fucked up. And that version of Flash had blue lightning, and he had like a better suit, and he was faster and smarter and more well-trained. So it's very possible that that's what's happening right here, that they're using Savitar as a name for the future Flash, and they're combining two different storylines, you know, the Savitar story and then the future Flash from the New 52 stuff. That would be really epic. Like, I would love that. Again, it's all their variation in how they want to do things, so I think that would be a really nice twist on the history of the Flash. That'd be really freaking awesome. Now, by the end of the episode, we know too many of the things that Savitar said is true. Someone will betray you. Caitlin had the Philosopher's Stone. Someone will suffer a fate worse than death. Wally is trapped in the Speed Force wherever the future Flash traps Savitar, which apparently is a place that makes you go insane. Somebody will die. We know Iris is gonna die, and it's just wow. And speaking of the Speed Force, let's go ahead and check out that Flash promo, Into the Speed Force.
I'm gonna find Wally. I'm gonna get him back. To infinity and beyond.
The Speed Force is a little bit of a crazy place.
Whatever hell Wally's trapped in, I'm gonna set him free.
Never the hero, huh, Barry? Not learning your lesson, Barry.
Leave while you still can.
Please. Every marathon has a finish line.
Alright, so Cisco's vibing Barry into the Speed Force, and he's busting out that Buzz Lightyear to infinity and beyond line. Even in the moments of Cisco being like terrified about what's about to happen, because remember, where he's trapped in the Speed Force is a place for you to be like, it's a prison, and so who knows what the hell's going on. Cisco's trying to lighten up the mood with some humor. And he gets in there, and we see Wally. It looks kind of like he's over there by where his mom is in a hospital bed, and Barry starts seeing people from his past. He sees Eddie, and it's just, oh my god, you know Barry still feels bad that Eddie had to shoot himself, even though he probably could have just got a vasectomy, and it would have been a lot easier, but like, whatever. That's not my business. And then we see Ronnie Raymond is there. Ronnie Raymond is, you know, in this whole torture prison Speed Force area, and we see Leonard Snart. Oh my god, I've been waiting for Leonard Snart to come back since DC's Legends of Tomorrow because I just freaking loved him on that show, so I'm glad he's showing up here. So it's probably all these people trying to get Barry to lose his mind. They're trying to mess with him. They're trying to stop him from getting Wally out. But the best moment of this promo is the fact that we see the Black Flash grabbing Barry's throat. We got to see the Black Flash in DC's Legends of Tomorrow, and now we get to see the Black Flash on The Flash. Yes, if you guys remember, Zoom became the Black Flash at the end of Season 2 when the time race took him into the Speed Force. And now the Black Flash is just like a mindless beast of the Speed Force. He does whatever the Speed Force tells him to do. He tracks down the people that need to die, and they're just like outracing death. Kind of like the Reverse Flash on DC's Legends of Tomorrow. But I can't wait to see Barry's reaction to seeing the Black Flash. Like, oh shit, is it Hunter? And he's like, nope, that's not Hunter. Run away, run away. Oh my god, I gotta get out of here. I really want to see that, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me know if you're excited to see the Black Flash. And if you guys want to know more about the Black Flash, I do have a video about it right here. And let me know what you think is going to happen with Savitar. Let me know if you think Savitar is the Flash, because I'm I'm pretty much convinced that it's the freaking Flash. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.